Soon, Six Flags Qiddiya City will open its doors as guests will be experiencing Falcons Flight, the world's tallest, longest and fastest roller coaster for the very first time. I'm a little bit impatient, so I thought I'd ride Falcons today with a bit of a difference in virtual reality. But not before we caught up with Ryan Coffey, the Vice President of Sales and Marketing at Six Flags Qiddiya City, for a quick chat. Ryan, always good to see you, man. What an incredible booth, what an incredible time to be alive here at Six Flags Qiddiya City, just around the corner. I mean, on a day-to-day basis, job as a Vice President of Sales and Marketing, what's kind of your day-to-day job role within the company?
Well, right now, getting the park open and going, it's quite hectic, right?
Yeah.
We've taken all of the strategy that we've done for the last 3 years, for whether it be digital, marketing plans, our event plans, mice, everything that we do for sales, getting it ready to implement and release to the world. As you know, probably better than anybody, the secret of Six Flags Qiddiya City, we try to keep it under wraps. And as a lot of stuff kind of makes its way to the internet in a digital age, in a digital world, we try to keep our hands as tight as we can on that so that it's not released, because we want, when we do announce our opening date and everything, that it's a surprise to the world and it's something that people can be excited with.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a surprise for everybody, that anticipation of this giant project. I mean, it's the first Six Flags outside of North America. It's built from the ground up. You know, is that a pressure on you in terms of the marketing plan, with something being built from scratch, something that's outside of the US for the first time? Is that something that you have to take into consideration, and how do you go about doing something like that?
Well, 100%. So as you mentioned, it's the first Six Flags outside of the US built from the ground up. So the extra stress and pressure on that is, it's a Saudi park, right? It's a park built in Saudi Arabia. So how do we curtail our messages to the local population, but then to also be an international destination of Qiddiya City? So we work closely with Qiddiya City, and we have this awesome philosophy of the power of play and what that means. And since our assets are going to be the first, how do we translate the power of play to the people of Saudi Arabia? Whether it be through the different theme zones, where we take a little bit of Saudi flair, mix it with the US flair. As you know, we don't have any IPs like Six Flags in the US. So it's really kind of a blank canvas to where we can take these IPs, make them our own, and release them to Saudi and the world.
See, that's such an exciting prospect. I mean, actually with Six Flags Qiddiya City, it's not just about the record-breaking roller coasters. I mean, there are a couple of dark rides in the park as well. I mean, could you go a little bit into more detail on some of these more treasured secrets that are hidden within the park?
Correct. We have 2 different dark rides. In Discovery Springs, we have Into the Deep by Triotech. It takes the guests on an indoor interactive expedition beneath the waves, and you use flashlights to expose creatures under the sea and everything like that. And then another one that we have in Twilight Gardens is the Enchanted Greenhouse by Jora Vision, Alterface, and ETF Ride Systems, where we invite families to use dew sprayers to awaken plants from over 22 magical creatures in a lush environment.
So the main question that we seem to be getting about Six Flags Qiddiya City is the Saudi Arabian heat. Now, what sort of things have you put into place to accommodate the climate over there?
Yep, correct. So straight from the beginning, climate is always an issue, right? And in the summers, we have temperatures of 50 degrees and above. So what we've done is, it's very shaded throughout the park. Our main centerpiece is called the Citadel, which is a huge tent. And those shades kind of go throughout the different areas throughout the park. And then all of our queue lines have misters. There's air-conditioned rides, but one of the big things is our park will actually be open from about 4 or 5 p.m. until midnight or 1 in the morning, so we can hit the cooler areas. And actually in the winter months, it gets quite cold out in the desert. So it goes both ways, but yeah, the summer months, it is on our mind, but we do have a lot of wet and water rides that people can always cool off in.
Fantastic. Now, in terms of the whole Six Flags Qiddiya project as a whole, it's not just the Six Flags Qiddiya theme park that's the main star of the show here. The Qiddiya project is a much grander scale, with a Formula One track, football stadium, and for the theme park fans, there's an Aquabia water park, like you just mentioned, and even a Dragon Ball Z theme park as well. Now, am I right in saying there is a total of 12 theme parks that are going to be planned for Six Flags Qiddiya City?
Yes, you are. And I can't tell you which ones they are, because there are still some of those that are confidential. But as you mentioned, there is Dragon Ball that will be there. One of the things in order to make Qiddiya City a resort are hotels. And our first hotels will open towards the end of 2026 and 2027, where there'll be different 4- and 5-star hotels to bring people out to experience the power of play and all of the other assets that we'll have going live. The F1 track is something that obviously You can't miss it. It has the blade.
Yeah.
It's going to be world record breaking in every aspect and matter. Dragon Ball is something that we're getting a lot of feedback on, that for us at Six Flags only helps draw a new type of customer who has that affinity to Dragon Ball, but then they can come to our water park, Aqua Arabia, where we have surfing, we have the herding grounds where you can do kayaking and whitewater rafting, canyoneering. So yeah, it's all coming together. We're just that first piece of the puzzle, with Aqua Arabia coming right behind. And it's a very exciting time for all of us.
Fantastic. Now, I've got to admit, I've never actually seen Dragon Ball Z, so before this thing opens, I've got to binge watch a lot of series. But with that said, I'm really looking forward to Six Flags Qiddiya City. Obviously, we can't give an opening date right now, but it is coming soon before the end of the year. That's correct, isn't it?
Correct. That is very true. So we will be making announcements very soon, and then we'll be open to the world to sell tickets, invite people out to ride Falcons Flight, the world's longest, tallest, fastest coaster, plus 4 of our other record-breaking rides. So it's quite exciting.
Fantastic. Now, I know you know, and I know everybody at home knows, I'm terrified of heights, but I still cannot wait to go on Falcons Flight and test my own fears out there on the world's tallest, longest, and fastest roller coaster. Ryan, it's been an absolute pleasure as always, sir. Thank you very much for joining us, and I hope to see you out there.
No problem. I hope to see you out there, man. It'll be good to have you. But I am going to say that ride is very intimidating because
they're all intimidating, man.
when you look up at the ride, and you're like, wow, that's over 200 meters tall.
Yeah.
And one of the things I just want to say is because our theme park sits at the base of the Altuve Mountains, which 200 meters high, every ride kind of looks small.
Yeah.
And that's where I think people are really going to get the thrill. Even with the triple launch coaster of Spitfire, when you're looking at it, it doesn't look that big, but it's the tallest triple launch coaster in the world, right?
Exactly.
Sirocco Tower, the exact same thing. It's a drop tower that there's people that have ridden it, and they're like, when you shoot up, you just keep going and going and going. They're like, you don't think it's going to stop.
The best views for miles around them,
exactly.
Right? Yeah.
But I'm sure when we have you out, you'll be riding one of our most famous wooden coasters, Colossus. And we hope we can get you on that, and I'll ride that one with you.
Fantastic. I know. I'm looking forward to that. And I think I'm going to stay in the shallow end in this particular moment in time and jump on this thing right now.
Do it.
Check it out.
Definitely do it. If you get a chance, if you're here, pop on over. So again,
appreciate it.
Thanks so much, man.
I'm going for a ride on Falcons Flight. All right, the mask is going on. I look like Batman. Fully immersive. We can look around. We are completely immersed in this experience. And the seat's moving. I can feel it vibrating. And we're just hanging over the cliff here. That's really cool. And we're straight down into the tunnel. And there we go. VR experience. Just like that. That's a nice little taster of what's to come at Six Flags Qiddiya City. That's really sweaty. From the theme park to the water park, the F1 track to the state-of-the-art football stadium, Qiddiya City is going to change the game when it comes to entertainment. Thank you so much to Six Flags Qiddiya City for taking the time to chat to me today, and for more Six Flags Qiddiya City content, make sure to subscribe to this very channel and click the link in the description box below to visit all of the official websites.